Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum, PE and Health, Grade 5, Quarter 4, Lesson 1. Our topic for today is about home, school, community, and outdoor safety. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competency. Discuss potential hazards and safety guidelines at home, in school, in the community, and outdoors. Learning objectives. A. Identify and cite examples of hazards at home, school, in the community, and outdoors. B. Apply safety guidelines at home, school, in the community, and outdoors. C. Appreciate the importance of safety guidelines at home, school, in the community, and outdoors. Day 1. Short review. Write down the hazard name of each sign and answer where you can find those symbols. First, slippery road, highways, roads, and street. Second, electricity, utility poles, boxes containing electrical equipment. Third, flammable, gasoline station, propane, and chemical storage. Based on the illustration, answer the following questions. 1. What are the possible dangers that can be encountered here? Answer: exposed wires, fire from the heater, and the child playing near dangerous objects. 2. Is it life-threatening? Why? Answer: yes, because it can cause fire, electricity shock, or injury to the child. 3. If you were in the same situation, what advice would you give to the guardian of the kid? Answer: always watch the child, fix the wires, and keep dangerous things away. Unlocking content area vocabulary. Scrambled letters. Directions: arrange the scrambled letters to form a word and write it in your notebook. Hint: a hazard that may cause skin irritation. Answer: chemical. Hint: a hazard that may increase your risk of falls or injury. Answer: physical. Hint: a hazard that resulted from too much bending. Answer: ergonomic. Hint: this hazard is commonly caused by blood or body fluids spills. Answer: biological. Hint: a hazard that can cause a loss of confidence. Answer: psychological. Subtopic number 1. Potential hazards at home, school, in the community, and outdoors, with emphasis on fire hazard. Being aware of hazards within your environment is the first step to preventing them. A hazard is a process, phenomenon, or human activity that may cause loss of life, injury, or other health impacts, property damage, social and economic disruption, or environmental degradation. Potential hazard at home. According to some studies, People are more likely to get injured in their own house than at work, so it is important to take health and safety seriously. Keeping your home clean and clutter-free at all times is a great way to minimize the risk of accidents. You may not be able to prevent these common accidents, but you will be able to reduce the chances of them happening when you keep your living space clean and organized. We have come up with this quick guide to alert you to the hazards in your home so that you can keep your family as safe as possible. Slips and falls are the most common accidents that happen at home. Therefore, it is important to remove any hazards from floors such as wires, defective flooring, and unnecessary clutter. Avoid placing items on or around stairs and steps too. Burns. There are a lot of items in any home that can cause a burn. The most common hazards include pans, kettles, ovens, and cooking stoves. Cuts. We all know that sharp objects like knives, scissors, and cutters can cause some serious cuts, so you have to be cautious in using and keeping them. In case you accidentally break a glass, make sure to clean the area immediately. Choking is very common in babies and kids, since these small children often explore things with their mouth. They have the tendency to put everything they touch and come across into their mouth. Poisoning. There are substances in your home that may cause poisoning, such as fertilizers, medicines, and makeup. Keep household items out of reach, especially if you have young children in your home. Designate a specific area for polishes, sprays, bleach, and other agents, and make sure it is kept locked at all times. Drowning. There were some cases where kids drown when left unsupervised during bath or pool time, not to mention the big risk of having a garden pond. Falling objects. Avoid the danger of falling objects by packing and storing items properly. No matter what your age is, you are not completely safe from any accident. Avoid it by being extra careful even in storing your items at home. Fire hazard. Fire is extremely dangerous not only to your house and lot, but also to all the people living on that property. According to the research conducted by the National Statistical Coordination Board, or NSCB, residential areas account for the largest fire occurrences in the country, with the National Capital Region registering as the most fire-prone area in the country. The study conducted shows that within a 4-year time frame, the top 3 reported causes of fire incidents were faulty electrical wiring or connection, unattended open flames, and neglected electrical appliances or devices. Activity 1. Let's know deeper. Spot the hazards. Find hazards on the given pictures and answer the following questions on the table. A. Hazard at home. B. Hazard in school. C. Hazard in community. D. Hazard outdoors. First column, write down the hazards found in different areas. Home, baby biting electric wire. Too many plugs in one outlet. School, standing on chair. Hot kettle on cabinet. Community, wires on the ground. Boxes blocking the way. Outdoors, vehicles moving nearby. Rocks or debris on the ground. Can the effects of hazards be avoided? Answer: all the hazards shown can be avoided by proper housekeeping, safe use of equipment, keeping areas organized, and supervising children. Lesson activity number 2. Let's pretend. According to the research conducted by the National Statistical Coordination Board or NSCB, residential areas account for the largest fire occurrences in the country, with the National Capital Region registering as the most fire-prone area in the country. The study conducted shows that within a 4-year time frame, the top 3 reported causes of fire incidents were faulty electrical wiring or connection, unattended open flames, and neglected electrical appliances or devices. Let's say that you represent your school as a disaster advocate. What are the things that you can contribute to possibly minimize the risk of fire in your home and school? Example answer. As a disaster advocate, I can help minimize fire risk by reminding others to turn off electrical appliances, reporting damaged wires, and avoiding unattended open flames. I can also share fire safety tips with my family and classmates, help keep our home and school clean, and actively participate in fire drills to stay prepared. Activity number 3, let's do this. 1. Cross out the unsafe actions given in the pictures. Here are the answers. Two, say yes or no for the following things you can touch. Syringe, no. Teddy bear, yes. Barbed wire, no. Books, yes. Boy reaching hot pot, no. Iron, no. Beach ball, yes. Baby with scissors, no. Day 2, subtopic number 2, safety guidelines at home, school, in the community, and outdoors. Safety guidelines are crucial for ensuring the well-being of individuals in various environments, including at home, school, in the community, and outdoors. Here are general safety guidelines for each of these settings. At home, fire safety. Know the location of smoke detectors and learn what to do if they sound. Never play with matches, lighters, or candles. Stay away from stoves, heaters, and other hot appliances when they are in use. Have a family fire escape plan and practice it regularly. At home, electrical safety. Do not touch electrical outlets or appliances with wet hands. Never pull cords from the wall and avoid overloading outlets with too many plugs. Ask an adult for help if you see any damaged cords or outlets. At home, kitchen safety. Keep away from the kitchen when cooking is in progress. Never play with knives, sharp objects, or kitchen appliances. Use oven mitts or pot holders when handling hot dishes or pans. At home, poison prevention. Do not touch or taste any household chemicals, medications. Never eat or drink anything unless it's given to you by a trusted adult. Learn about the dangers of poisonous plants and mushrooms and avoid touching or eating them. At home, water safety. Always ask for permission before going near water, including pools, bathtubs, and sinks. Wear a life jacket when swimming or boating and never swim alone. Learn how to float on your back and call for help if you get tired or in trouble in the water. At school, emergency procedures. Pay attention during safety drills and know where the emergency exits are located. Listen to your teachers and follow their instructions during emergencies. Stay calm and help others if you can. At school, playground safety. Follow the playground rules and use equipment properly. Wait for your turn and be careful not to push or shove others. Report any broken or dangerous equipment to a teacher. At school, bullying prevention. Treat others with kindness and respect. Tell a teacher or trusted adult if you see someone being bullied or if you are being bullied yourself. Stand up for others and be a good friend. At school, food safety. Wash your hands before eating or handling food. Only eat food that is served to you by a trusted adult. Let an adult know if you have any food allergies or sensitivities. In the community, traffic safety. Look both ways before crossing the street and only cross at designated crosswalks or intersections. Hold an adult's hand when crossing the street and never run into the street without looking. Wear bright or reflective clothing when walking or biking near traffic, especially at night. In the community, stranger danger. Never accept gifts, rides, or invitations from strangers. Never give out personal information to strangers, including your name, address, or phone number. Trust your instincts and immediately tell a trusted adult if a stranger makes you feel uncomfortable or scared. In the community, environmental awareness. Respect nature and wildlife by not littering or harming plants and animals. Stay on designated trails and paths when hiking or exploring outdoor areas. Learn about local plants and animals and how to safely interact with them. In the community, community engagement. Get involved in community activities and events with your family. Help keep your neighborhood clean by picking up trash and recycling when you see it. Be a good neighbor and offer help or support to those in need. Outdoor weather awareness. Dress appropriately for the weather and wear sunscreen when spending time outdoors. Seek shelter indoors or under a sturdy structure during storms or extreme weather conditions. Drink plenty of water to stay hydrated, especially on hot or sunny days. Outdoor hiking and camping safety. Stay on marked trails and follow posted signs and guidelines. Bring plenty of water, snacks, and sunscreen when hiking or camping. Tell a trusted adult where you are going and when you plan to return. Outdoor environmental awareness. Observe wildlife from a distance and never try to touch or feed wild animals. Be aware of your surroundings and watch out for insects, snakes, or other potential hazards. If you encounter a wild animal, stay calm and slowly back away without turning your back on it. Outdoor water safety. Always swim with the body and never go swimming alone. Follow posted rules and guidelines at pools, beaches, and water parks. Wear a life jacket when boating or participating in water sports, even if you know how to swim. Activity number 4, Safety Guidelines Reflection. Reflect on safety guidelines at home, school, in the community, and outdoors, and answer each question below. 5 points each. A safe environment. At home, write about one safety measure you always follow at home and why it's important. Answer, I always turn off electrical appliances when not in use because it helps prevent fires and accidents. At school, describe a safety rule you learned at school and how you apply it in your daily routine. Answer, I follow the rule of walking, not running in the hallways to avoid slipping and getting hurt. In the community, discuss a safety precaution you take when you're out in the community and why it's necessary. Answer, I look both ways before crossing the street because it keeps me safe from vehicles. Outdoors, reflect on an outdoor activity you enjoy and list 2 safety guidelines you should always remember when participating in that activity. Answer, I enjoy playing outside. I always wear proper shoes and follow the rules on the game or off the game to avoid injuries. Activity number 5, Safe Environment Acronym. 1. You will be grouped into 10 members. 2. Each group will create their own definition of the term safe environment by completing the acrostic. 3. Write it on a Manila paper or cartolina, then present it to the class. Here's the example answer. Safe. S. Safe from danger. A. Always clean. F. Free from hazards. E. Everyone is protected. Environment. E. Environment that is cared for. N. Neat and orderly places. V. Valuing people and nature. I. Injury-free surroundings. R. Ready for emergencies. O. Organized and peaceful. N. No harmful objects. M. Maintained properly. E. Encourages safety. N. Nurtures well-being. T. Together we stay safe. Learners' takeaways. Activity number 6, Concept Organizer. Give words associated with the word safety for 10 points. Safety, protection, care, preparedness, prevention, responsibility, awareness. Reflection on learning. Complete me. Complete the following sentences by giving the appropriate answer needed in the blank. A hazard is a process phenomenon or human activity that may cause loss of life, injury or other health impacts, property damage, social and economic disruption, or environmental degradation. Formative assessments, let's have a quiz. Instructions, read the following sentences carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. 1. What is a common fire hazard in the kitchen? Answer, B. Cooking unattended. 2. Which of the following is a fire hazard in a science laboratory? Answer, D. Leaving Bunsen burners unattended. 3. What should you do if you see a downed power line in your neighborhood? Answer: B. Call emergency services immediately. 4. Which of the following is a potential fire hazard while camping? Answer: C. Throwing cigarette butts on the ground. 5. What should you do if you discover a grease fire while cooking? Answer: D. Use a fire extinguisher or baking soda to smother the flames. Maraming salamat sa panonood! Huwag kalimutang i-like at mag-subscribe para sa higit pang educational content. I-click ang bell icon para ma-update ka sa ating mga bagong video. Salamat!